I know that some of you guys are hurting right now. Some of you guys have a feeling deep inside of you that's starting to fester up to the surface. A lot of you guys are having trauma that is resurfacing. This is going to be giving you an understanding of what needs to be healed inside of you. A lot of the blockages that you have inside the body is from unhealed trauma, pain points. These are places where energy cannot properly flow through the body in the way it was designed. When this takes place in that area of the body, there begins to become problems, issues, right? So physical symptoms of an energetic imbalance. This is what the doctors won't tell you. Okay, so when we're talking about healing your physical body, when we're talking about healing your mind and healing your emotions, healing is a threefold nature. You must approach all aspects of the self, the mind, the emotions, your physical body, your spiritual body. All of these things become sick throughout a lifetime. We absorb a lot of toxic negative energy, things that you went through. Nobody taught you how to heal. Right, so when we carry those things with you, it causes you to make different decisions in the moment. It causes you to act different, think different. You would make different decisions if you didn't walk around with the hurt from your father that we haven't healed from, the hurt of a mother that we haven't healed from. So if you guys are working through that, man, that's where the true progress is going to be in this place. It gives birth to the completely new version of yourself. That change wakes up deep inside of us, right? So a lot of people right now are feeling like they're coming back to life. For the first time in their life, they're beginning to feel alive, beginning to feel again. The entire population is numb. From the food, from the TV, from the indoctrination of over-sexualizing the population. I could go on and on. Everybody is numb. The food, man, it's hurting you. So if you guys aren't clocking the diet right now, man, make sure you pick up on that soon. Right? It's going to save your life in this place. So when we're talking about healing the body, this is where psychic gifts and abilities will begin to come online. They call them the psychic knots, the chakras, the 7 main energy centers that run up and down your spinal column that are directly related to every aspect of your life. When there are issues in these places, that area of your life is blocked off. So an outward part of your reality is cut off. So if you're trying to make advancements at work, if you want more money, if you want more love, but you're with a toxic partner, progress requires sacrifice. You must be willing to give up one life for another. This is where most people find themselves locked inside of a box. Can't get out of their situation. Living with somebody they don't love out of convenience. Or the situation has just ran its course. A lot of people don't or can't see with their physical eyes some of these things we lie to ourselves about just to get you through the situation. So at this juncture in our life, especially during Mercury retrograde, man, it's extremely important for you guys to sit down and begin to clock every aspect of your life. Right? That if you want to evolve, if you want to become a better person, if you want to develop psychic gifts and abilities, if you want to become superhuman, if you want to heal, truly heal from the trauma that you've been through, it requires dedication. It requires strength. It requires perseverance on a level that most people have never experienced before. So whether you guys are training with psychic gifts and abilities or just starting to take the first steps in your spiritual quest when it comes to questioning, who am I? What am I? Where are we right now? What is this place? Right? These questions are the access point to a limitless amount of information. Right? So, but it requires your time and attention to answer these things, to feel these things. Right? So we're out of the age of thinking about everything. We're jumping into the age of feeling. Right? So you guys are going to begin to feel the magnetic fields of all things. The more you make progress in your life when it comes to the healing, you're literally going to become more sensitive to energy. And as we do this, we begin to make the psychological and emotional connection about what it is you're experiencing. Right? It's going to be really important for us to be grounded through this process. A lot of my clients come to me in states of spiritual psychosis. Spiritual psychosis is induced or brought on by opening these energy centers at a time in your life when you're not ready, or if you don't have enough information about what you're experiencing, right? So especially when we're talking about a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, I get clients that come to me all the time locked in these states, right? So it requires a lot. So make sure that if you're going through a spiritual awakening, that you're learning how to ground your energy properly. It's the key aspect of you making progress. The body needs to acquire more energy to operate psychic gifts and abilities. So the more you ground, we learn to bring more energy into the body. You can operate at higher currents, higher frequencies, right? So you're pushing out. It's your input, output. You're able to take in more energy so that you can output more energy. And that ranges from everything from mastering a relationship or mastering psychic gifts and abilities. You can apply that to every aspect of your life. Right, so the more you understand about how reality operates, the mechanics behind how does my mind work, how do my emotions work, those things like that are going to be giving you the blueprint to reality itself. Man is the sum total of the cosmos. Think about that, take some time. Everything you see around you is a part of you, is displayed as a characteristic or aspect of you. So we begin to merge with the reality itself. Building a stronger psychological and emotional bond with reality is going to give birth to all the dreams, all the many possibilities, health, wealth, abundance, stability, connectedness. Everyone out there walking around at night now in a state of disconnection. Everyone, man, everyone. Your mind is pulling you in one direction, your heart is pulling you in another one. Right, so the goal of the ascension process is to unite the masculine and feminine energy inside of you. When this happens, it forms a unified, single, cohesive field. And it's at this state when we can operate from a state of connected and whole instead of scattered, shattered, and pulled in different directions. Right, so when this takes place, you're going to get full access and full control of the mind. This is where we open up the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the mind. As this takes place, your mind out of the blue will go silent. Right, so if you guys want to learn this technique, man, to get to this state, shoot me a message. I'm going to coach you through it. I've developed specific meditations that are geared and based around this.